We are back now with tonight's top story spotlight. Our next guest's vacation in paradise became an absolute nightmare when he was arrested in Turks and Caicos for having ammunition in his travel bag. Bryan Hagerich faced up to 12 years for violating local gun control laws. Those prohibit anyone from keeping, carrying, discharging, or using an unlicensed firearm or ammunition. That means bullets. He pled guilty and was handed a 52-week suspended sentence and a $6,700 fine after 3.5 months in Turks and Caicos. In response to his sentencing, the Turks and Caicos government said this: "Justice has been served as the law intended. As we have said, the Firearms Act includes consideration for exceptional circumstances, and today's decision reflects our commitment to judicial independence along with upholding the law." Bryan was reunited with his family. You see the emotional moment right here for the first time in 110 days at the end of last month. He is one of 5 Americans that have been charged with bringing ammo into the country. 2 of those Americans are still waiting for their day in court. And Bryan Hagerich joins us now live in studio. Bryan, thank you so much for joining Top Story.
Thanks for having me.
Let's start at the beginning. Where exactly was the ammo?
So I had a check bag, large piece of luggage that I frequently use for weekend hunting trips. It was a bag that we hurriedly packed the night before we left. It was filled with sunscreen, puddle jumpers, flip-flops, everything you
packed for a family.
Correct. Yeah. And we never fully unpacked the bag. So, again, we're going on a beach destination vacation. Never even crossed our minds to check any, warnings, things like that, travel advisories. We were there to spend a week with my kids and my family.
Yeah. Have you ever traveled with those bags and bullets in them, like around the United States? Has it ever been an issue?
It's never been an issue within the U.S., no.
Okay. When they told you there's bullets in the bag, what did you say, and how did they approach you? I
was as equally surprised at the time. At first, it was, it's an honest mistake. I quickly recognized the ammunition as, ammunition I use at home on weekend hunting trips. I said, this is an honest mistake. And
there's no firearms.
No firearms.
You're with your family.
Correct.
You're not there to commit any type of crime, and yet they wouldn't buy it, right? The law was broken.
I first suspected them to discard it and would go about our business, board our flight, and go home, but quickly realized that was not going to be the case.
So they handcuffed you, and they took you in somewhere?
Shortly thereafter, I pleaded with them to inform my family what was going on, and shortly thereafter, yes, I was handcuffed and taken into custody.
What did that feel like? You're supposed to be on vacation.
You can never prepare yourself for that type of situation. It's one I never imagined being in. I'm a man of faith, integrity, honor, certainly the last place I expected to be.
Did the American consulate, did the State Department help you in any way?
I personally did not hear from them for over 70 days after I was detained.
70 days you didn't hear from any American officials? That's crazy.
I received the first phone call 76 days later.
And so how are you getting through this process? Do you, I assume, hire counsel on the island?
We had hired counsel on the island. Initially, the plan was to basically, go about this in as quiet of manner as possible. Once there was a second and third husband and wife detained, it was, we made the decision, we need to go public with this. And finally, after this made national media, that I received a phone call from the State Department.
How did you find out about the other families?
So once you find yourself in a situation like this, it becomes a very small world. There were 4 others arrested in 2023 that I quickly became in touch with that have provided assistance, just a small network of folks. And through a friend of a friend that had been involved with the previous case of Michael Grimm, who spent 5 months in prison, informed me of this, and we quickly got in touch with the Watson family. And just like that, we're lifelong best friends now. What
were you thinking? I mean, again, I can't get over this. You're in paradise. You're probably looking forward to a few days of some sun and fun, and then you find yourself trapped and in limbo, because we're talking about more than 100 days now, right?
It was a fight for my life. I mean, literally. Everything you hear is 12 years, 12 years, 12 years in prison. And when you hear that's quite a scary thing to hear, knowing that I probably won't see my daughter graduate high school. She just graduated kindergarten a week ago. So, when you hear those things, it's a full-on battle.
People are thinking about your family. They're thinking about your wife and your kids, and I know that was the toughest part.
Sure.
But you're also a provider for your family, right?
Yes.
So you couldn't work.
No.
So how much, do you have any idea how much income you lost during this time?
It was a tremendous toll on our entire family. Not only monetarily, but physically, emotionally, this is a very, very costly episode that's in excess of $100,000.
I can't even believe that. And so at any point were you telling them, listen, I'll do or I'll say whatever you need me to do to get out of this?
Essentially, yes. I mean, yeah, we were willing to do anything, to allow me to return home. And, that was not being heard, obviously on the island. There's a lot of, anti-American sentiment that you hear there frequently. When you have police officers telling you that, hey, this is a money grab, this is political.
So I was going to ask you that. Do you think this was predatory?
As I look back on it, I've had some time now. They had numerous ways to deal with this other than, what I had to go through for 101 days. So, there were other folks left go. There were three individuals arrested and charged under their Customs Act that essentially paid a fine and boarded their flight and went home after I was arrested. And when you look at that, and to be in my situation where I was stuck for 3.5 months, there's no way that they're, equally applying any of the laws on the island. A lot of the locals were supportive of us. They could not believe what we were going through. Like I said earlier, they said it's a money grab.
I mean, Turks and Caicos lives off the tourism. I've been there. It's a beautiful place. I didn't have an experience like you did. This is such terrible PR for the Turks and Caicos. So if it is predatory, it doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense.
It doesn't, and that's what we're still trying to fully understand. There were comments made that, by their local tourism board to the congressional delegation that was there, that this is essentially an extended vacation for these Americans. And when you hear things like that just is completely disheartening, and it was far from an extended vacation. It was pure torture.
What did you do day in, day out?
Basically, I was there to check a box to get to the next day. Each day that passed was one day closer to being home with my family. Obviously, everything I could possibly do, to put myself in a better situation to get home. But that's hard. There's only so many times you can look at, beautiful blue water and white sand. It's no longer a vacation. It was truly, prison outside of the four walls.
Who finally helped you? Did you finally just have to help yourself? I mean, or did someone come to your rescue?
So I look at this in power of numbers in some regard. Once there was a second, a third, a fourth American detained there, this obviously grabbed a lot of traction media-wise. A lot of support from senators, congressmen, governors in our respective states. They made a trip down on the congressional delegation. I truly believe, without that and the media attention that was brought to this, that this could potentially be a different outcome.
Yeah. What would your message be to the government of Turks and Caicos tonight?
Well,
if you could talk to them directly, what would you say?
There are a number of ways to deal with this, and they chose to deal with it in a way that, truly put my family through the worst time of their life. And, I would hopefully ask them to look at different ways that they have dealt with this and could deal with this in the future in a different way that would not have the impact on someone's life that it did mine.
And any advice for travelers going to places like Turks and Caicos?
There are a lot of beautiful destinations out there. Please choose wisely.
All right. Bryan, we thank you so much for your time and all your honesty, and we're glad you're back in the United States.
Glad to be here.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.